Don't compare yourself to anyone. When you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror, who do you see? Do you see a person full of potential, worthy of love and success? Or do you see someone weighed down by comparisons, wondering if you measure up to someone else's version of success? Your life is a masterpiece in progress, a journey shaped by experiences, challenges, and triumphs that are uniquely yours. No one else has walked the exact path you have, faced the precise struggles you've endured, or celebrated the specific victories that have marked your life. This is what makes your journey unparalleled and irreplaceable. When you compare your path to someone else's, you lose sight of the intricate beauty and purpose behind your own story. Every individual is on their own unique timeline, molded by their upbringing, opportunities, and circumstances. It's tempting to look at someone else's success or achievements and feel like you're falling behind. But this is a distortion of reality. Imagine a marathon where every runner starts at a different time, runs on a different terrain, and carries a different load. How could you possibly determine who is ahead or behind? That's the nature of life. We are not running the same race, we are each navigating our own course. Your journey is shaped by moments that are exclusive to you. The decisions you've made, the setbacks you've faced, and the lessons you've learned are all woven into the fabric of your life. Comparing your journey to someone else's is like comparing two completely different works of art. Each has its own style, medium, and story. One is not better or worse than the other, they are simply different. Sometimes we look at others and wonder why their path seems easier, why their accomplishments seem grander, or why their lives appear more fulfilling. But what we often fail to see is the full picture. The struggles, doubts, and sacrifices that underpin their journey are rarely visible. Just as you have your own private battles, so do they. No one's path is without obstacles, even if those obstacles are hidden from view. The polished exterior of someone else's life doesn't diminish the depth and significance of your own. By embracing the uniqueness of your journey, you give yourself permission to honor where you are right now. There is no timeline for success, no universal standard that dictates when or how you should achieve your goals. Some people find their purpose early in life, while others discover it later. Some achieve rapid success, while others build slowly and steadily. Both paths are equally valid, because both reflect the individuality of the person walking them. Your journey is also an opportunity to grow in ways that only you can. The challenges you face are uniquely suited to teach you the lessons you need to learn. The setbacks you encounter may feel discouraging, but they are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. They shape your character, build your resilience, and prepare you for the next chapter of your life. If you spend your time comparing your journey to someone else's, you miss these lessons. You overlook the growth and strength that come from navigating your own path. When you resist the urge to compare, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters, becoming the best version of yourself. Progress is not measured by how you stack up against others, but by how far you've come in your own journey. Are you kinder today than you were yesterday? Are you more patient, more determined, more compassionate? These are the markers of true growth, and they have nothing to do with anyone else. Embracing your unique journey also allows you to celebrate your own victories, no matter how small they may seem. Each step forward, each milestone reached, is a testament to your effort and perseverance. These moments deserve recognition, even if they don't look like someone else's success. By valuing your own progress, you cultivate a sense of fulfillment and self-worth that comparison can never provide. Your journey is not a competition. It's not about being better than anyone else, it's about being the best version of yourself. When you focus on your own path, you allow yourself to grow at your own pace, in your own way. You learn to appreciate the beauty of your own story, with all its twists and turns. You discover that the person you're becoming is someone worth celebrating. The world doesn't need you to be like anyone else. It needs you to be fully and authentically yourself. Your unique journey is what gives you the perspective, wisdom, and strength to make your own mark. By staying true to your path, you contribute something valuable and irreplaceable to the world. Every step you take, every choice you make, is a part of the story that is uniquely yours. Comparing your journey to someone else's diminishes the power and beauty of that story. It's like looking at a single page of a book and judging its worth without reading the rest of the chapters. Your story is still unfolding, and every moment matters. Your journey is a gift. It's a reflection of who you are, where you've been, and where you're going. By embracing it fully, you give yourself the freedom to grow, to thrive, and to shine in your own way. There is no one else like you, and there never will be. Your path is yours alone, and that is what makes it extraordinary. Comparison is one of the most pervasive and destructive habits we can adopt. It sneaks into our thoughts, often without us realizing, and begins to chip away at our happiness, satisfaction, and self-esteem. The truth is, comparison is a thief, and what it steals most profoundly is joy. When you focus on someone else's life, achievements, or circumstances, you lose sight of the blessings and victories that are present in your own. Joy is a deeply personal emotion rooted in gratitude and contentment. It flourishes when you appreciate the unique aspects of your own life. But the moment you compare yourself to someone else, you shift your attention away from your own life and onto theirs. This shift creates a mindset of scarcity, where what you have suddenly seems inadequate, simply because it doesn't match someone else's reality. Think about a time when you were proud of something you accomplished: a promotion, a personal milestone, or a moment of self-growth. You felt joy and fulfillment in that achievement, didn't you? But then you saw someone else achieve something seemingly greater, or achieve the same thing more quickly or easily. Suddenly, your own success felt diminished. What changed? Not your accomplishment, but your perception of it. The act of comparison robbed you of the joy you initially felt. This is the insidious nature of comparison. It convinces you that your life as it stands is not enough. It magnifies your insecurities and downplays your strengths. It tells you that happiness is found in having what others have, achieving what others achieve, or living the life others live. But this is a lie. True joy cannot coexist with constant comparison. Comparison also creates an unrealistic standard. When you compare yourself to others, you're often comparing your behind-the-scenes struggles to their highlight reel. Social media, for instance, is a platform where people curate their best moments, presenting an idealized version of their lives. You might see their vacations, promotions, or celebrations, but you don't see their failures, heartbreaks, or the hard work that went into their successes. Judging yourself against such an incomplete picture is not only unfair, but also damaging to your sense of self-worth. Joy, on the other hand, is cultivated by focusing inward. It's about recognizing and appreciating your own journey, no matter how imperfect it may seem. It's about celebrating your progress, however small, and finding meaning in the steps you take each day. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you create space to experience this joy more fully. You begin to see your life not as a competition, but as a unique story worth cherishing. One of the most profound ways comparison steals joy is by fostering discontent. When you're constantly looking at what others have, it's easy to overlook what you already have. Gratitude becomes harder to practice, and dissatisfaction takes its place. You start to believe that happiness is something external, something tied to possessions, achievements, or appearances. But the truth is, joy comes from within. It's a product of gratitude, not comparison. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to the toxic effects of comparison. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you shift your perspective from what's lacking to what's abundant. You begin to see the blessings in your life, your relationships, your talents, your opportunities. This shift doesn't just bring peace, it restores the joy that comparison seeks to take away. Comparison also stifles your growth. When you're preoccupied with measuring your life against someone else's, you lose the ability to focus on your own progress. Instead of asking, "How can I improve?" or "What's the next step for me?" you're consumed with questions like, "Why am I not where they are?" or "What am I doing wrong?" These questions don't lead to growth, they lead to self-doubt and stagnation. Joy thrives when you're engaged in your own growth and development. When you measure your progress against your own goals and values, you create a sense of purpose and fulfillment. You start to see yourself not as a competitor in someone else's race, but as a person on your own unique journey. This shift in focus allows you to celebrate your achievements, no matter how they compare to those of others. Another way comparison steals joy is by fostering resentment. When you compare yourself to someone who seems to have more, it's easy to feel envious or bitter. You might start to view their success as a reminder of your perceived shortcomings. But this mindset doesn't just harm your relationships with others, it also damages your relationship with yourself. It blinds you to your own strengths and accomplishments, leaving you feeling inadequate and unworthy. Choosing joy means letting go of resentment and embracing a mindset of abundance. It means recognizing that someone else's success doesn't diminish your own. There is enough room in the world for everyone to thrive. When you celebrate others' achievements instead of comparing yourself to them, you open yourself up to a more joyful and fulfilling life. Ultimately, the joy in your life is yours to protect. It's not something that can be dictated by external circumstances or other people's achievements. It's something that grows within you, nurtured by gratitude, self-acceptance, and a focus on your own journey. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you reclaim the joy that is rightfully yours. You begin to see your life not through the lens of comparison, but through the lens of possibility and abundance. Comparison will always be tempting, but it's a temptation you can resist. By choosing to focus on your own path, you allow yourself to experience the fullness of joy. You learn to appreciate the beauty of your unique journey and the richness of your own experiences. And in doing so, you discover that joy was never something you had to chase, it was always within you, waiting to be embraced. The idea of embracing your individuality is both simple and profound. At its core, it means fully accepting and celebrating who you are without the need for comparison or external validation. In a world that often pushes conformity and encourages us to measure ourselves against others, this can be a radical act of self-love. Yet it is essential for living a life that is both authentic and fulfilling. Your individuality is not something to be hidden or minimized, it is your greatest strength, a reflection of the unique combination of traits, talents, and experiences that make you who you are. When you embrace your individuality, you begin to honor the qualities that set you apart from everyone else. These qualities are not flaws or shortcomings, they are the unique attributes that make you distinct. Think about the people you admire most. Often it is their individuality, their authenticity, creativity, and unapologetic sense of self that draws you to them. They inspire not because they are trying to fit in, but because they have embraced who they are. By doing so, they give others permission to do the same. One of the most liberating aspects of embracing your individuality is realizing that you don't have to live up to anyone else's expectations. Too often, we feel pressured to conform to societal norms or the standards set by those around us. These expectations can dictate how we should look, what career paths we should take, or how we should define success. But when you embrace your individuality, you free yourself from the weight of these expectations. You begin to see that your path is yours alone to define. This process starts with self-awareness. To embrace your individuality, you must first understand who you are. This means taking the time to reflect on your values, passions, and strengths. What makes you light up inside? What are the things you care about most deeply? What are your natural talents and abilities? The answers to these questions are the foundation of your individuality. When you align your life with these truths, you create a sense of harmony and purpose that no external comparison can provide. Embracing your individuality also requires courage. It takes strength to stand out in a world that often rewards conformity. You might worry about being judged or misunderstood, but the truth is, you can never fully please everyone. Trying to mold yourself to fit others' expectations will only lead to frustration and a sense of emptiness. On the other hand, when you live authentically, you attract the people and opportunities that resonate with your true self. You begin to build a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling, rather than one that simply looks good from the outside. Your individuality is also a source of creativity and innovation. When you embrace your unique perspective, you bring something new to the world. Think about the artists, entrepreneurs, and visionaries who have made a lasting impact. They didn't achieve greatness by imitating others, they did so by embracing their individuality and expressing it boldly. You have the same potential to make your mark, whether in big ways or small, by staying true to who you are. Another important aspect of embracing your individuality is letting go of the need for external validation. It's natural to want approval from others, but relying on it can prevent you from fully being yourself. When you seek validation from others, you give away your power. You allow their opinions to dictate your worth and influence your decisions. But when you embrace your individuality, you learn to find validation within yourself. You recognize that your worth is not tied to what others think of you, but is inherent and unchanging. This shift in mindset allows you to live with greater confidence and self-assurance. You stop comparing yourself to others because you understand that you are not competing with them. There is no one else like you, and that is your advantage. When you embrace your individuality, you realize that your journey is not about being better than anyone else, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. This perspective frees you from the constant pressure to measure up and allows you to focus on your own growth and happiness. Embracing your individuality also has a ripple effect. When you live authentically, you inspire others to do the same. Your courage and self-acceptance can encourage those around you to embrace their own uniqueness. In this way, your individuality becomes a gift, not only to yourself, but to the world. It contributes to a culture of authenticity and diversity, where everyone feels empowered to be themselves. It's important to remember that embracing your individuality is a lifelong journey. There will be moments of doubt and times when you feel tempted to conform. But each time you choose to honor your true self, you strengthen your sense of individuality and deepen your connection to your inner truth. This journey is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about learning to love and accept yourself fully, even as you continue to grow and evolve. Your individuality is your superpower. It is the essence of who you are, and it is what makes your contributions to the world irreplaceable. When you embrace it, you unlock a sense of freedom, creativity, and joy that cannot be found through comparison or imitation. You begin to see yourself not as a collection of flaws or inadequacies, but as a unique and valuable individual with something special to offer. This is the foundation of a life that is both authentic and fulfilling. Self-worth is one of the most important aspects of a fulfilled and meaningful life. It is the foundation upon which confidence, resilience, and inner peace are built. Yet too often we look outside ourselves to define our worth. We let others' opinions, achievements, or standards dictate how we feel about who we are. This approach not only diminishes our sense of self, but also creates a constant state of insecurity and dissatisfaction. True self-worth comes from within. It is a deep, unshakable belief in your inherent value as a human being, independent of external circumstances or comparisons. When you allow your worth to be defined by others, you hand over your power. You become vulnerable to their judgments, criticisms, and expectations. You may find yourself seeking approval, trying to fit into molds that were never meant for you, or feeling inadequate because you don't measure up to someone else's standards. This pursuit of external validation is exhausting and ultimately unfulfilling, because it places your sense of worth in the hands of people who may not truly understand or appreciate your unique qualities. True self-worth begins with recognizing that your value is intrinsic. It is not tied to your achievements, possessions, appearance, or the opinions of others. You are worthy simply because you exist. This understanding is liberating because it frees you from the need to constantly prove yourself. It allows you to step into your own life with confidence and authenticity, knowing that you are enough just as you are. Building this inner sense of worth requires self-awareness and self-acceptance. It starts with taking an honest look at yourself, your strengths, weaknesses, accomplishments, and mistakes, and embracing them all. Nobody is perfect, and that's okay. Perfection is not the standard for worthiness, being human is. When you accept yourself fully, you create a solid foundation for self-worth that cannot be shaken by external factors. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate self-worth is through self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend who is struggling. Recognize that everyone makes mistakes, faces challenges, and has moments of doubt. These experiences do not diminish your worth, they are simply part of being human. When you approach yourself with compassion, you replace self-criticism with self-care, creating a nurturing environment where your self-worth can thrive. Another key to developing true self-worth is setting boundaries. When you value yourself, you protect your energy, time, and well-being. You learn to say no to things that do not serve you and yes to the things that align with your values and goals. Boundaries are not about pushing people away, they are about honoring your own needs and priorities. When you establish healthy boundaries, you reinforce your belief in your own worth and teach others to respect it as well. Self-worth is also about appreciating your unique qualities and contributions. You have talents, experiences, and perspectives that no one else can replicate. These are what make you special and valuable. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on what makes you you. Celebrate your individuality and use it to make a positive impact in your own way. When you acknowledge your own worth, you inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of empowerment and self-confidence. Gratitude plays an essential role in strengthening your sense of worth. When you take the time to appreciate what you have, your relationships, opportunities, and personal growth, you shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. This perspective helps you see that your life is already rich and meaningful, which reinforces your belief in your own value. Gratitude also connects you to the present moment, allowing you to fully experience the joy and beauty of your own journey. It's important to recognize that self-worth is not static. It requires ongoing care and attention. Life's challenges, failures, and disappointments can sometimes shake your confidence. In these moments, it's crucial to remind yourself of your inherent value. Reflect on your strengths, revisit your accomplishments, and remember the times when you overcame obstacles. Each of these experiences is a testament to your resilience and worthiness. Surrounding yourself with supportive and uplifting people is another vital aspect of nurturing self-worth. The relationships you maintain should reinforce your belief in your own value, not diminish it. Choose to spend time with individuals who appreciate you for who you are, encourage your growth, and celebrate your successes. Healthy relationships act as mirrors, reflecting your worth back to you and reminding you of your inherent value. True self-worth also involves aligning your actions with your values. When you live in a way that is authentic to who you are, you build trust in yourself. This alignment creates a sense of integrity and self-respect, which further solidifies your sense of worth. You begin to see yourself as someone who honors their own needs, stands up for what they believe in, and contributes to the world in meaningful ways. Ultimately, self-worth is a gift you give to yourself. It is not something that can be taken away or diminished by external circumstances because it comes from within. When you recognize your own value, you free yourself from the cycle of comparison and external validation. You become empowered to live authentically, make choices that align with your true self, and pursue a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. Self-worth is not about being better than anyone else. It's about knowing that you are enough, just as you are. You said,